Welcome to the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country. This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Yeah.
Are we on, are we?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I'm not hearing
cans?
any music. Don't we normally have?
Can the music? You want the music?
It's feeling a bit dry. That's
No,
all.
I think he was meaning use the can music.
Oh, I've got you.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't even the can music.
I mean, let's be honest. We were talking crap before the show. We lost track of time. Then we were on. We weren't prepared. It was completely unprofessional of us, and it was a very poor start to the show.
Well, who's the guy?
Let's be up front about it.
Who's the guy with the computers in front of him that needs to be sort of on the ball for that kind of stuff? So we need to talk to him.
Well, that's you. And I tell you what, it's like going to a rock gig, a big rock show. You paid your money. You sit there in your seat, and you can hear them arguing backstage behind the curtain. You know, before the gig starts.
I mean, but having said that, I wouldn't say that we were arguing.
We were berating other people.
Yeah, we were berating other people. It was probably just as well that didn't go to air. I mean, it didn't go to air, did it, Matt? I mean, with
You
the
can
mics
text
on then?
3483. Tell us who we were berating, and if you're correct, then
We'll give you
we're
some
screwed.
chili pepper tickets.
There you go.
Sounds good, mate. How are you going, by the way, fellas?
Oh, bloody good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
You feel good after a good beration.
You ever heard the term same day, same shit, different day?
Yeah, I have heard that phrase.
What's
Is that sort of how you're feeling inside?
Yeah.
Is that why you were so beratory?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as same day, different shit?
Is that what I meant?
I don't know.
What did I say?
It's hard to say.
So, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I mean, I think everyone gets that to a certain extent. It doesn't matter what job you're doing. You know what I mean? You can be doing anything around this, and there must be what's the phrase, that great movie, Groundhog Day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I often find myself sitting here actually doing radio, going, "I'm sure I was just doing this before," or "I'm sure I said that before."
Well, that's because you do so much of it. Hey, big prizes today in addition to our normal KFC, Wheeler Chicken stuff going on, etc. I've got half a ton of charcoal blocks. You know, charcoal for the charcoal barbies?
Oh, brilliant.
Like a trailer loader, a cord in a way of that stuff.
Really exciting news on that front too, my friend, in terms of prizes to give away. We've got short nettings to give away. You know, the netting that you have in your shorts. We have got all sizes for the summer break. A lot of shorts that you get these days don't have the netting in them. And as you know, shorts without netting, you get testicular hanging.
That's right.
Are you encouraging people to wear short netting by themselves to the beach this summer?
No,
It could be the new trend.
Yeah, but then you end up looking like a pork roast.
Could be the new look of
on
the
the
summer,
beach.
who knows. Also, we've got some computer keyboards going cheap. These are really good. They're really the fast, streamlined ones. The only problem is they're missing the letter W.
All of them are missing the letter W?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to look forward to. Now, let's just reconcile ourselves, play a bit of She Had, and maybe come back and do the intro again. Can we do that?
I thought that was
I don't think
quite
there's
good.
any need.
Oh, okay.
Keep moving forward.
You guys did really well there.
Thanks, mate.
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart. It's Bhuja on Radio Hodaki.
Exactly right, you know. And so I've got my headlamp on.
Yeah.
We're making love, okay.
Yes.
Trying something new. It's dark. Got a headlamp on, know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Swing around, whack, lava lamp goes off the Duchess. Do you still call it a Duchess?
I don't personally call it my...
bedside okay.
You like your bedside table?
Yeah, the bedside table.
Oh, it's no, I don't call it the Duchess.
You know, we talked about this the other day. The lava lamp falls down there.
Yes.
She's getting burnt with essentially, which is lava. Curtains go up. Unbelievable scenes.
Yeah. Well, look, you know, I think I stated very clearly last week when you were talking about using the headlamp, the cave light for lovemaking, that I wasn't a big fan of it. And that just really backs up my sort of feeling about the whole thing. I find that it's too an intensive a light for making love to someone.
Especially you've got the strobe setting on.
Yeah, I mean, you'd feel like you were a possum in the headlights, wouldn't you? If someone was making love to you and they were wearing one of those headlamps,
Oh, they'd have to be facing you.
I mean, you'd really feel like a possum in the headlights. I don't know that
the
I'd
headlights
enjoy it.
coming behind you. You know.
Well, yeah, depending on what you're doing, obviously. But I would find that disconcerting too. And then, of course, you've got the shadow situation.
Yes.
I mean, if you are wearing the headlamp and you are taking someone and you are in the behind position, I mean, the sort of silhouettes you're
Yeah,
going to be
that's right.
casting across the walls there, well, I don't know that they'd be too pleasant to be looking at, Lee. And I mean, you've got your neighbours looking through going, God, seeing your shadows.
It looks like burglars in your house. You've got a headlamp waving around in a dark room.
Exactly.
You know, are they getting burgled? What are they looking for?
So as I say, mate,
Trying to find the safe.
I'm not a big fan of the headlamp.
Yeah, I
for
can take your
lovemaking.
point.
Certainly candles, things like that, a subdued light. Maybe, if you've got the dimmer on your lights, maybe just dimming the lights. I like a little bit of light. I like to see what's going on, but I don't like it to be too intense. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too phased whether there's light or not.
Fairy lights?
You should know your way around by feel, really, by now, surely.
Oh, it's not about seeing your way around. It's about getting visual stimulation as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think the headlamp is too much.
Weren't you saying last week that you used the torch, though?
Oh, he did. That's why he got onto the whole headlamp. He
Right,
used to
yeah.
hold a torch,
Well,
which
the
was a
torch
bit,
is,
even more weird in my book. I
you
mean, if
use
you're
that
going to
in
bed with a torch, you're
Yeah.
asking some serious questions, I would have thought.
And you'd have to hold that with your bad hand, surely.
Well, that's it. And you're constantly swapping hands, and it's all over the show. That one. No, that's what the headlamp. You can see why they use them for biking at night skiing, that kind of stuff. Perfect caving.
Having said that, I used to make love with a lantern.
Kerosene?
Yeah, kerosene lantern, the ones that you sort of hang on a hook.
Not to the lantern.
No, not to the lantern. I'd be holding the lantern and making love. It was when I was going through my peasant sort of master phase. But in that regard, but even that wasn't safe. Let's be honest. If I had have got carried away and dropped the lantern, you could have had
imagine.
my curtains could have gone up, Lee.
Yeah, totally.
Here's Eels. Novocaine for the
So,
It's just
Soul.
hard to explain this stuff to your insurance broker, So
should have got her to hold the torch, in
insurance
hindsight.
broker.
Novocaine for the soul. The Eels on Radio Hodaki Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget, of course, being Wednesday, 5:20ish, around
Yep.
5:15, 5:20ish, the KFC Wheeler Chicken. Always something
That's
to look
right.
forward to. Had KFC on the way home last night, actually.
How
You
was
said
it?
you were
Beautiful.
going to.
It was beautiful. I'm never disappointed with KFC, I'll be honest
Hold
with
on,
you.
let me guess. A three-piece quarter pack,
Yes,
fries,
Yes.
extra seasoning,
yes.
and
Coleslaw.
this is just for yourself, is it?
Yeah.
You're a slaw man.
Potato
Yeah, man.
gravy.
Yeah, potato and gravy. Hoed into it. It was delicious stuff.
Hope you got some for your family too.
Nah.
He's one of those guys, eh?
And then you get home, of course, it's really awkward because you get home and, your partner's made dinner. And you're like, okay,
I'm on a bit of a health kick. I'm hungry.
I'm pretty full at the moment, but, I'll eat it. It looks lovely, honey. Really good. Really good. I was going to do something then, and it's just gone straight out of my brain.
That's why I'm making that.
We
call
need
that-
to get our crap together,
They
that's
call,
for sure.
they call that KFC brain.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking
We've
of
just
KFC.
had some radio ad sent down to us that they want us to read. I'm not doing it. It's so badly written. I'm not reading that crap. Go back. They can rewrite it, send it down, then I'll do it.
Funny you should say that. I got a complaint to my agent a little while ago because I complained about the quality of a script, and they said I had an attitude problem. It was the most appalling script I've ever read in my life.
You're trying to do them a
someone-
favour.
That someone would have been paid a fortune to write, probably, and it didn't even make any sense. And I was very subtly trying to point out the fact that it didn't make sense, and they took issue with that and complained to my bloody agent, said I had
Yeah.
an attitude problem. And really, the reality was, it was just a really terrible.
Well, better
radio
having an
ad.
attitude problem and having half decent material out there than having no attitude problem and having to read that crap.
Was it for Dog Squad?
No, it wasn't for Dog Squad. No, they're great scripts, Matty. Great scripts. I'd never bag Dog
Do you have
Squad.
to make dog noises in that? Do they ever sort of go as far as Binky the Alsatian is onto something? Woof woof. He's do you ever? What's the word when they do that? With animals, what do they call it? Make them human. What they call that? I used to do it. I used to do the scripts for the Zoo TV series.
Oh, did you?
I got sacked from that.
Why was that?
Again, attitude problem, because at the time they were so childish. They were sort of making the audience treat them like 5-year-olds. you know.
As they often do, yeah. But no, in
Binky the koala's hungry. He's had a real rough day. It was.
Well, I can't say in terms of dog squad I've ever had to make dog noises. That would be above and beyond the Call of Duty, I would imagine. You know what I mean? I mean, I could do dog noises if I needed to, but that would be just taking the pee ass a little bit.
Do you listen to songs before you do the voiceover to psych you up? Like a big psych out song before like boxers go into the ring? Get you in the zone?
No, to do a voiceover?
Yeah.
No, I usually just have a coffee and a durry.
Right.
And smack into it.
That'll do it.
I mean, voiceovers aren't the sort of thing you need to get fired up about, Matt. You know what I mean? If I was getting into a fight, I would. Certainly I'd listen to music.
Do you ever get in fights when you're doing voiceovers?
No. Well, apart from the other day when they complained about me. Here's Fat Freddy's Drop.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Living Colour there on Radio Hodaki this Wednesday afternoon. Very nice to have your company, by the way, New Zealand. This text here, nice to have you boys back. FYI, your trip to the Hilton, Fiji has inspired me to organise my birthday there next year. Love your work, Renell.
Doubletree Resort there, actually,
Resort.
which is a part of the
yes,
Hilton group, yeah.
Yes, that's Renell. But I just wanted to read that out because Renell always has a positive message for us. And, and some days you just appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we get a fair amount of crap as well, but Renell's always generally pretty damn positive.
As I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. People, you get one negative comment, you got to get 10 positive ones to make you feel good again.
Yeah. Are you like me? You could get 100 compliments and one criticism, and you'll focus on the one criticism.
And I'm bleeding on the inside. I'm crying on the inside.
Bleeding on the inside. I'm the same.
You'd think you'd get to this stage
I
in your
create
life.
a great facade that I look like I'm not hurting,
but inside it's a weeping child.
I'm crying like a baby.
Yep.
I'm crying. Often when I'm walking to my car after the show, I'll just break down and start weeping.
Yeah, I've seen you
Just
sitting in
because
the...
someone texts something horrible about something, and I just break.
Is that on your personal phone or the text machine here in the studio?
No, on the text machine.
I've seen you sitting in your car there, windows up in the car park building. Chase, you right? Tap on the window.
Yeah, and the weird thing that time was that it was from the day before, and I just remembered it that day and started weeping. It wasn't even something that I'd received that day.
So keep those positive texts coming, people. 10 to 1, as you know, is the equation we've got out there. We've got about 10 bad texts already, so you do the math.
Yeah. Hey, Customs has seized 1.8 million smuggled cigarettes and 5 rubbish bags full of cash. It's calling it the largest tax evasion case of its kind. Tom, can I have a word, please?
G'day, guys.
G'day, mate. I don't know if you just heard what I just read there, but I understand from the lads.
I missed it because Manar came in with some worries.
Customs has seized 1.8 million smuggled cigarettes and 5 rubbish bags full of cash. It's calling it the largest tax evasion case of its kind. And Maddie was telling me you got stopped in customs yesterday.
Auckland Airport. We all came through the arrivals gate, and you were a long time.
Yeah, but they planted something on me.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Who did?
They put the customs people. They put a thing in my pocket. They did.
How do you plant 1.8 million cigarettes, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, come on, mate. And 5 rubbish bags full of cash.
Well, that must have been someone else. I think you guys got this all wrong.
What do you mean customs planted something on you?
I was going through. I thought the dog squad. You should know this, shouldn't you? They got they put something in your pocket, and then they said when you see a dog,
like vegetation or something.
Well, that's what they said.
Oh, they're
I reckon
testing
it could
the
have been
dogs,
something
are
a little bit spicier, maybe. Because
Okay.
the dog went at me. He went
Piece of beef
straight at me.
jerky or something.
Could have been something like that because he went at me and then they give
Was
me
it a
treats
beagle?
and I couldn't even tell you. I was freaking out, man. I was really anxious.
That's actually a good result that they did that to you, because you had that kilo of cocaine strapped to your body, and that they would have just thought it was whatever they planted on you.
Well, that was the silver lining of the whole thing.
Well, you could be guaranteed that next year, aspiring DJ Tom.
Oh, thanks.
On the way over there, I had one of those jandal malfunctions, where your jandal pops out.
Yes,
Blow
you've
out
got
the
to try
jandal.
I'm trying to fix it, and so I was walking kind of really weird, like trying to suck the jandal to my foot as I'm walking. So I was kind of walking sideways through the gates, if you know what I mean, just to keep the jandal on there from it. And the customs, I could see them looking at me. I think this guy's weird. He's concealing
He's
something.
been dodgy, yeah.
Yeah, but then they saw the jandal and realised that.
Apparently, if you're at customs and you're going through customs and your feet are pointing towards the door, they look for that because it shows unconsciously that you're wanting to get out of there.
What if
Your
just
feet would never
pigeon-toed
be put
that?
But my feet always point towards the door because they called it a 3 because of my disease I had as a child. All right, Tom, if you didn't do it, I'll take your word for it, mate. Thanks, mate.
Is that why you get so many cavity searches?
Oh, no, that's just choice. Here's Pearl Jam.
Bhuja with Lee and Chase on Radio Hodaki.
How's the show going? I've just been watching
Great track. I like
Live
it.
Aid. Just watching Live Aid there, Queen. Playing a bit of Live Aid there on the Facebook there.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
What a great performer he was.
Yeah, certainly was. Bit
You
before
know,
my time, of course, but
I remember actually when Dave and we went out to dinner once and he said, "Oh, do you mind if Freddie comes along?"
Dave.
Bowie.
Yeah.
And I said, well, no, not
More
at
the
all.
merrier,
Yeah, yeah. And he was such a character.
Was that in London?
Yeah. And he was just the life of the party.
Gregarious, wasn't he?
Yeah, very gregarious. He was your natural front man. You know what I mean? Even when he wasn't on stage, he was a performer. He just couldn't help
Where
himself.
did you, can I ask? Was it a...
Oh, it was an African restaurant. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. It was a Moroccan, wasn't it?
Yeah, Moroccan. Yeah, was Dave was
BYO?
Yes, it was. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was great to meet him. You know, and you see Freddie
Did
Mercury.
they charge
on
a
stage.
corkage? Because often, it's BYO, but they'll be such an extravagant corkage, it might as well be licensed. Unbelievable.
Mate, I was so busy being mesmerised by Freddie that I didn't really notice if they charged corkage or not. In fact, I think Dave paid anyway, so it didn't really affect me. But
Yeah.
yes, I think they did charge corkage probably.
Can you remember? I mean, probably a long time ago, but can you remember what you ordered?
Couscous,
Yeah, just by itself.
and I think like a roasted lamb and yogurt.
Well, I know that Freddie, of course, has Moroccan heritage, so he probably knew his way around a Moroccan restaurant.
Oh,
didn't he?
hell yes. In fact, we took our cue off him. He was the one basically ordering all the
He was
food.
ordering for everyone, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, and I just said, great. Well, whatever Freddie
But
says, I'll
annoying
go
that
with that.
sometimes when people do that, they'll go, look, hey guys, look, a whole table of 4 couples or something. You go, look, I've got this. I'll order for everyone. You don't even get a chance to order, and this guy just orders for everyone, and then at the end he's trying to split the bill on that.
Yeah. Or you get the situation where you go out with a group of people and you split the bill, but you haven't drunk anything, and everyone's just been hoeing into the booze, and it's like, well,
That's why you've always got to make sure that you do.
yeah, I suppose so. That makes sense. Hey, listen, there's plenty more coming up after the break, including Lee Hart's Name That Tune. Ben Harper there on Radio Hodaki this Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're having a good one out there in New Zealand. Phone lines have gone crazy. Let's go to them. Hello, caller. You're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking to?
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole, how are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Nicole, whereabouts are you?
Christchurch.
Christchurch, okay. Nice.
Nicole Lee here on the other phone. Nicole, you've been listening to the show. How would you rate it so far out of 10?
A good 8.5.
That's not bad.
That's very
Thank
good,
you.
Nicole.
Okay.
Actually, that's
8.5.
very generous of you because, frankly, the first 2 or 3 voice breaks were just a debacle.
I thought that was
even,
quite good.
even more
You've
so
got to
than
take
normal.
the whole show, Jace, the whole context. You just can't
Yeah, no,
isolate
that's
those
true.
ones.
Nicole, Matt here on line 3, just letting you know I'm here.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
What's going on, Nicole? Are you on your way home? What's happening?
No, I'm still working.
Yes, where do you work?
I work at the airport, so just do freight. Yeah,
Domestic or international?
domestic.
Nice. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you a beagle wrangler?
A what, sorry?
A beagle
one
wrangler.
One of the beagle wranglers? Do they have beagles at the domestic airport?
No. Nah, I just do air freight, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
So, can just paint a picture for us, Nicole, if you might. Then, so you're listening to us on what? On the
On
work.
the radio in work vehicles.
Oh, great.
Yeah, great. That's fantastic.
All right. There's obviously a reason you're calling. What is that reason?
I think I heard a hawk.
Yes, you did. Right about 2.5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
All right, let's log it.
Well, the great news for you, Nicole, is you've just won yourself a Bhuja Hawk T-shirt. How does that sound?
Awesome. Thank you.
Is there anything else we can chuck in there for Nicole other than the T-shirt? And then from the...
We got those plastic roses over there. We could chuck those in there.
There's a taxidermied ferret over there.
Lovely.
How about that cheese that got sent back to us?
You like cheese, Nicole?
I actually love teas. I have a real issue.
Okay.
It started off as a cheddar. Now it's more of a sort of a funky blue vein.
Like blueberry? Or,
Yeah, a little bit. Just
Yeah.
like a blue, really, a deep blue. What about jerky? Are you fond of jerky?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, are you taking note of all this for Nicole? Thanks, mate. Hey, Nicole, you stay on the line. Now, good mate Tom will sort you out in Studio B. Thanks for calling. Thanks for listening.
And finally, Nicole, any requests for later on?
No, nothing's coming to my head right now.
That's a good thing we're not doing requests today anyway, so that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nicole.
mate. Stay on the line. Here's Led Zeppelin. Ramble on there, Led Zeppelin on Radio Hodaki this Wednesday afternoon. Hey, just a little bit of a tip, actually, Lee. You know when you were saying that your jandal broke?
Yes.
Do you do the gaffer tape?
No, I didn't. I actually used my daughter's, the little rubber band boggle hair clip type thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I
Well,
sort
that
of
would
looped
work.
it through and around a complicated little sort of harness system. It kind of worked.
Well, I tell you a bit of a top tip. I don't know if you've got a glue gun or anything like that, but what I do with my jandals is that mine pop all the time as well, and it's bloody annoying. I just melt it.
You melt it? Yeah.
You know, melting it is a really good thing to do.
What you can do is put them in the toasted sandwich machine and just push it down and fuse it. Get it nice and hot and just fuse that rubber back into the jandal proper until you've got a nice tight seal again.
Yeah. Because it is one of the buggers of summer when your jandal breaks.
But you want to put a bit of foil, if you can, a bit of foil around that jandal as you're doing that. Otherwise, you end up with sort of burnt rubber residue on all your toasted sandwiches and stuff later on. So
Is this a
it's bit of
top tip?
Not quite, no. It's
No,
not
it's
quite
not. It's not really. It's
formulated
just
yet.
a sort of general tip, really. Because actually, it was quite funny because I was around at your place the other day, of course, having the barbie.
Yeah.
And I was wearing my jandals there, and of course, you've got that underfloor heating.
Yes.
That did the job for me.
Well, there you go.
You know what I mean? All of my jandals sort of
It's an
melted.
expensive way to fix jandals, but at least it's good for one thing, having 24-hour extreme underfloor heating.
Yeah. And I left a bit of a sort of sticky residue on your floor. Sorry.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
That sounded dodgy. That sounded really quite wrong then,
Certainly
didn't
did
it?
if you tuned out like I did and tuned back in there.
Yeah, someone just turned on the radio. I left a sticky residue on your floor.
A lot of texts coming through, guys. Love the show. You guys are awesome. Top-notch stuff. You guys did a great show 2 years ago in July. Do you have that on file? I don't think we do.
Oh, that was July 14th. That was a
it?
good show. Yeah, 2 years
Thursday,
ago.
was it?
July 14th. Tom, if you could go into the archives, mate, and sort that out. There's another very abusive text here, and as I was saying, I mean, if you're going to abuse us, that's fine, that's fair enough, but could you just spell it correctly, please? And use proper punctuation, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, that word starts with a C, not a K.
Yes.
For God's sake.
Exactly.
Another quick one here goes, hey guys, can Lee really play guitar, or where is that? Is it overdubbed? Do you see that one? Hey boys.
Well, I can assure that listener, whoever he or she may be, that Lee Hart, of course, can play the guitar. And after 5, we'll be doing Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
This is me. That's out of tune.
And if
That's
you
not
clo-
the Name the Tune, by the way.
If you close your eyes, it's Chuck Berry.
Yeah. Well, we're doing that after 5. You're listening
So
to
suck
Bhuja.
on that.
Bhuja.
This is Hodaki News.
You're right, I'm Tim Roxborough with your Hodaki update. Winston Peters has been kicked out of the House during a debate over the Carol Schruber case. The Deputy PM clashed with Acting Speaker Ann Tolley throughout his speech, at one point declaring he would not be browbeaten into conducting a debate in the way she wanted. Eventually, the Speaker cut his time short, arguing that he was speaking off topic. A dark turn in the saga of the pygmy killer whale stranded in the far north. 5 of the 6 oceanic dolphins re-beached themselves and have been put down by dock. They initially beached in a 12-strong pod on 90 Mile Beach on Sunday. There are hopes another generation is inspired by the compassion and courage of New Zealand's first practicing female doctor. It's 100 years since Margaret Cruikshank died of influenza. She's being remembered by the Waimati community she served. And global recognition for Canterbury as an adventure region, which will attract more tourists to the region. The annual Best Trips issue of the National Geographic Traveller magazine reveals its 28 must-see destination and travel experiences for next year. Canterbury makes the adventure category. In sport, Warriors CEO Cameron George is calling for solidarity amongst his playing group following the departure of Shaun Johnson. Johnson has been granted an early release from his contract with the Mount Smart club after spending the last 8 seasons as a Warrior. The rival Sydney tournament has a lower cutoff, but Auckland's ASB Classic has more top 30 ranked players for this summer's ATP men's tennis tournament. Tournament director Carl Budge has 8 top 30 ranked players compared to just 5 for Sydney. And there could be a late flurry of entries for the next America's Cup. Sail World reports the possibility of a Dutch challenge having emerged, while there's talk of possible additional challenges from the USA, Italy, Norway and China.
This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Voigt.
Yeah, sure is great to have your company Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget Loba de Noche, of course. Hopefully it's a great day throughout this great country of ours, and hopefully you're enjoying it as we head into summer New Zealand.
That's right. And have we got time for big Wednesday celebrations?
Yeah, sure we do, mate.
For that?
The big Wednesday celebrations jingle.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We haven't really done that for a
Well,
while.
if you must have known. G'day. This is the day, of course, that Emma Williamson turns 25. Big day for her. Good on you, Emma. 25, eh? Remember that, Chase?
Emma Williamson.
Yeah. No, you remember being 25.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Got any more there?
It wasn't actually that long ago, mate.
Yeah.
Of course I remember being 25. I think we went out and had dinner, and I had that's right, I had a late night surf. Bit of kneeboarding that night.
Okay, anyway.
Pearl Jam 10 had just come out as well, hadn't it?
Daryl and Beryl Coddington celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary today.
Brilliant.
Good on you, Daryl and Beryl. Been married 60 years, imagine that, eh?
Lacey Kane has just got engaged with the love of her life, so congratulations to Lacey.
What's the name of love of her life?
Bo.
Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Bo the Bo.
She says Bo, it might be just
Her
to
Bo.
my Bo. Yeah.
Also, of course, big shout out to Kate Britton, who works here in the office with us.
Yes, indeed.
Just given birth to a couple of beautiful, healthy twins.
Oh, congratulations, Kate.
To Kate and her husband, Jace, of course. Not you, of course, Jace. Different Jace.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it? So I don't know when we expect to see her back in the office. Probably have our hands full for a few weeks.
Carlton Landy is 34 today. Carlton, happy birthday to you, mate. Hope you have a fantastic day.
Pretty nondescript, isn't it? Why do you bother sending that in? What an idiot. 34. It's not like it's 21st.
Well,
25th.
he was saying, could you mention it because no one has remembered that I'm spending the day by myself and feeling a bit low.
Good
on
on you,
it,
mate.
so
Good on you.
Carlton Landy, 34 today. You got any shout-outs, Matt, that you want to do, mate?
Yeah, there's one here, David Bain. I didn't do it. No, it's a different segment.
Okay.
Jack Edwards turns 98 today. Long-time listener. He doesn't know how to use. He hasn't called before, but Jack Edwards is 98. Probably one of our oldest listeners, I would say.
Oh, that's brilliant.
On the show. Good on you, Jack.
Good on you, Jack.
Good on you, Jack.
Tandy Nielsen married.
You don't have to speak louder for him, do you?
No, well, probably. Tandy Nielsen, she got married 2 years ago, so it's her anniversary today. Tandy,
to Jack?
No, not to Jack, no.
Okay. How old is she?
Tandy?
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
Okay.
But she got married 2 years ago.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a marriage. Okay. So maybe we should call this section marriage, deaths. No.
No, there's no deaths.
Deaths, marriages, and birthdays.
Yeah.
Shout out. Maybe it's just shout out corner.
Shout out corner. Yeah, well, if you've got any shout outs, 3483. Text us and do a shout out, why don't you? Coming up next, it's Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
And don't do shout outs to yourself. We can see right through those.
You gotta keep them separated.
The Offspring there on Radio Hodaki Wednesday afternoon. I tell you what, the shout outs come pouring in since that last voice break, Lee Hart. Boy, oh boy. How old was the old guy? 98, did you say? Jack.
Jack, it was 98.
Wow.
Today.
Because we had that guy who did the Morse code. It was a big fan of ours. But unfortunately, he sent us his last text the day we mentioned him. And he died an hour later or something.
Yeah, it took us about half an hour to decipher the damn text because he sent it Morse code.
Yeah. Now, listen, the time is 5:06, which means, of course, it's time for Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
Thanks, Chase. Now, look, I'm a little underprepared, so, bear with me if I'm waffling a little bit and noodling.
God forbid we ever waffle on this show. Matt's totally in another world. Look at him.
No, man, I'm with you.
You're
I'm a
Facebooking again, aren't you?
Multitasker. No, I was actually looking at the Free for All Friday. What do you call it? The
lineup.
No, just what do you call
Giveaways?
it? Like a little.
The
imagery. Yeah,
nice.
which you can check out at the Bhuja Instagram, I believe.
I tell you what, young Tom, he's clever, isn't he, at the old images?
He's got nimble little fingers.
Yeah, he's a clever lad.
Knows his way around a laptop, that's for sure.
Here we go.
Here it is. Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
Am I doing this thing again?
Yeah. If you can name that tune, New Zealand, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki. Love to hear from you in the meantime. Here's the Black Keys. This is Bhuja.
Bhuja with Lee, Jace, Maddie, Tom, and the Bhuja Hawk. Call them now on 0800 Hodaki.
The Black Keys there on Radio Hodaki. Wednesday afternoon before that, we had Lee Hart's Name That Tune. What a cracker it was, too. Let's cut straight to the chase and go to Lee in Dargie. G'day, Matt.
Hey, g'day, mate.
How's life, Lee?
Nah, good, mate. Good. Yeah,
good. How's Dargie today?
Oh, beautiful, sun shining. You know?
Yeah, nice,
Good
mate.
to hear.
What do you do down in Dargie, Lee?
Up.
Sorry, in Dargie.
Boulder, yeah.
Oh, good on you, mate. Good on you, Lee. All right, mate, can you name that tune?
The Proud Mary CCR.
Ha! Yes, it is. I tell you what, you've won, but we're going to play a different version for you here. This is the King's version.
Well done, Lee. You stay on the line, buddy. And our good mate Tom in Studio B will sort you out. You have a great afternoon, man.
Cheers, mate. You too.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and I never lost 1 minute of sleep, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, round Mary keep on burning. Oh, I'm rolling.
Certainly a few versions of it, isn't there?
Certainly is. Ike and Tina Turner, big version.
All pretty rocking.
He just sort of oozed sexuality, Elvis, didn't
Any
he?
song he does, he covered a lot of songs, obviously.
Yeah.
He kind of makes his own, use that cliche,
Yeah.
and probably does a better version.
I think my brother's mother-in-law's a clairvoyant from Dargaville. Mm-hmm. I can imagine it's pretty easy to predict what's happening in Dargaville, though.
Yeah, well, it depends what sort of stuff she's predicting. I mean, if it's
I can imagine you really need a crystal ball up there.
local gossip, it might be easy enough to predict, but, you know.
I think clairvoyance, what you basically need is to just be a good reader of people, and you can just sort of make the story up and feed them the story and see how they react to it, then go, oh, right, okay, this is what they want.
Yeah. I used to actually go out for a girl from the Voyants called Claire, and her actual name was Clairvoyant, was her name, which is quite weird when you think about it.
You said she was from the Voyants. What do you mean
The
by
Voyant
that?
family.
Oh, right. Let's have a bit of run, Foo Fighters. Crowded House there on Radio Hodaki Wednesday afternoon. Have you bumped into Neil lately at all, Lee?
Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, look, we normally bump into each other up Mount Eden, exercising, and we talk about, our relatives, our sort of successes and failures
Careers
and stuff, and
stuff,
more
yeah.
his successes, my failures, really. And we discuss at length this kind of stuff, but I haven't seen him for a while because he's off with the Macs, Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Well, the last time you saw him, of course, you were carrying your dog poos, weren't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it your dog poos or just yours? I can't remember. No, it was Benny's, wasn't it?
Might have been a combo, to be honest.
Right, okay.
What'd you call them? The Macs?
The Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
The Fleetwood Mac.
Or the Fleets.
Fleets.
Yeah.
He calls them the Macs, though, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
He does. Which I didn't know who the heck he was talking about for a while.
Right.
And then it was Fleetwood Mac. But we keep in touch. He's been a little bit weird ever since he came in here. We smashed his guitar and he spilled that thing all over his computer.
He broke his toe as well, I think.
He did break his toe.
Kicking that box in the office.
Quite genuinely, he broke his toe.
But great song.
Yeah, it was a
Crowded
great
House.
song. Yeah, great band. You were looking as though you were about to read out a text or
Yeah,
something.
look, here we go. This might be Motorhead's father-in-law. My sister-in-law's father is from Dannyburg. He is in his 70s. Rolled his quad yesterday, quad bike.
Oh, God.
Broke 4 ribs, punctured lung, broken shoulder, concussion, and a broken ankle.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Ken. Definitely, good on you. Good on you. Commiserations, Ken. Hope you recover.
Yeah, mate, that sounds horrific.
Pretty dangerous, those quad bikes.
Yeah, they can be. You know, and I can relate with my daughter breaking her ankle and her leg, a couple of weeks ago. It's a nightmare, mate.
And just on that note, I was at a cafe this morning having a coffee, at a breakfast with Benny, the beagle there.
Just you and Benny?
Yeah, yep, he's just sitting there. And I got the big breakfast, the big grill, because what I'll do, I'll order that. But it's not for me. All for me. What I'll do, I'll slice off little bits of sausage and stuff and just drop it down to him. 'Cause I'm sitting outside. And a very attractive waitress came over with the coffee and started chatting.
That's not why you took Benny with you, is it? As a kind of icebreaker?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't hurt. And because I don't feel threatened by a gay beagle. That it's sort of like I'm his wingman.
Well, especially since he likes to wear those little outfits.
Well, he didn't have that on.
Oh, didn't he?
No,
he didn't have an outfit.
We were exercising.
Right.
Had his Lycra on, and but she came over and we started talking about these Lime scooters because they started flying by.
Yeah.
She said her partner or boyfriend, and I kind of lost interest at this point, which is that. Works at one of the hospitals at the trauma, the A&E aspect.
So
they've had a crap load of people coming in.
Yeah,
with those, and you know all about that.
Yeah, well, no, my daughter wasn't a Lime scooter.
I know,
it was
but
just
it's the
a
same
manual
principle.
One. Yeah,
but anyway, I'm not bagging them. I mean, they seem to be out there still. What I've been doing actually, how
hot waitresses.
No, the Lime scooters. How they take them home. They've got these people that take them home and recharge them. That's the job now.
Yeah, I think they call them the juicers.
The juicers.
You're a juicer.
Wouldn't take much, to get a few of those Lime scooters, having a transfer adapter at your house. You could suck power out of those babies into your house. You could get a whole lot of Lime scooters round to your house, suck power and pump it back into yours.
Yeah, why not? Hey, KFC Wheeler Chicken is next. You want to play it? Give us a call. 0800 Hoduck it.
You want to play it? We've got it. Give us a call. Let's do it.
Was that the chat that you were giving to the waitress?
Yeah.
Sucking the energy out of scooters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll get you going. Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire.
It's the KFC Wheeler Chicken.
This is the game that's been taking the country by storm for a number of years now. I won't rest until every Kiwi over age, at the consenting age, has paid the KFC Wheeler Chicken. I don't care how long it takes. Everybody deserves the right in this country. Everybody deserves the right to play this game
KFC.
at some point.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate.
What is that, the consenting age for playing this game? Or for?
Good point. What is the consenting age for the KFC Wheeler Chicken?
16.
Oh, we've done younger than that, surely.
15.
I'm going to say...
Oh, it could be any age, really, couldn't it?
Over 5.
What? Well, yeah, I suppose. But that's about it. Anyway, let's
make over 5 the consenting age, eh?
Let's speak to Callum. G'day, Mad.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How's life, Callum?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Yeah, good. What are you doing? You're on your way home? What's going on?
Just got home, actually. Just pulled in the drive.
Oh, great stuff.
It makes me think, when we're talking about the KFC Wheeler Chicken, you'll obviously either win or lose this at some point today. God knows what will happen there. But obviously the said voucher, whatever, may not arrive immediately. Just talking about it, does it make you feel like getting KFC tonight anyway?
It does, actually, a little bit. I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah. That's the power of it.
Yeah, well, as I say, I had it last night, and it was good.
I've got heightened salivation just listening to you, Jace.
Yeah. Well, that smell, the flesh, the chips, the potato
I'd
and
say
gravy,
9
dipping
times
them
out
in
of
there.
10, when someone else has won it on a Wednesday, I've gone home and got it myself.
Yeah, I'd say so. Callum, obviously you've never played it before, buddy.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Hard, medium, or soft spin?
I'll go with the hard spin.
Hard spin,
Ooh.
clockwise, anti-clockwise.
Clockwise, please.
Hard clockwise,
I'm
Matty.
sorry, we can't do that today.
Oh, why is that? Is it stuck?
Yeah, the wheel is only going anti-clockwise, so I'm sorry about that. It's just that's been a bit of a bearing issue.
Oh, you're right.
We're taking a bit of a risk on this. Are you still happy to play the game?
Yeah.
And change your spin to anti.
Can you change your what, sorry?
Change it to a soft anti-clockwise.
Okay, good
soft-
call.
yeah,
Good call.
good call, Callum.
We don't usually allow changes, do we?
Well, in this circumstance, we're going to allow the change
Yeah, no, you're
because
right. I
it was
forgot
out
about
of
that.
control.
Yeah.
He didn't know he couldn't have a
We didn't know he was
clockwise
gonna-
spin, so there you go.
Soft anti-clockwise,
Yeah,
thanks,
that's
Matty. Load it up, buddy.
All right.
Soft, was it?
Was that a soft one?
I don't know my own strength.
Hard.
What do you reckon, mate? What do you think you've won?
Well, I'd like a few dollars at least.
What are you hoping for, ideally?
$20.
Well, I'll tell you what, you might
Well.
have done a little bit better than that.
Times that by 5, Callum.
Oh, there's quick math.
And
I'm not that good at math.
you've won yourself a $100 KFC voucher.
No way.
Yes way, Callum.
You don't
You've
joke.
won the big bingo there.
You don't joke about that stuff.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
No worries, buddy.
Not a
You
problem,
enjoy
mate.
that.
Is there anyone
Enjoy
you'd
it.
like to thank or shout out to? You know, it's kind of like winning an Oscar.
Yeah, my mate Jeff, actually.
Jeff, okay.
Yeah, he's been pretty good to me lately, so cheers, Jeff.
Right, well, maybe you'll share some of that with them. And they'll be ready to go. Send a photo in, of course, to the KFC Wheeler Chicken Wall. We'll stick it up there with the other thousands of lucky winners.
Yeah. Congratulations, Callum. Stay on the line, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. There you go.
He took a risk.
He did. And it paid off.
And it paid off.
Big time.
Get that wheel fixed, though.
Blur there on Radio Hodaki. Song 2 was the name of that ditty.
A little bit lazy, wasn't it?
Song 2.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I suppose so. Mind you, it must be a pain in the ass. It's like trying to think of a name for a band, really. It
Would have
just
been a
gets
working
tedious.
title, you know, name. We'll stick
call
with
it
that for
Song
now,
2.
and we'll get round to naming it. And they obviously didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, bit of breaking news. You and myself are on that cooking show.
MKR, My Kitchen Rules.
MKR, My
Oh,
Kitchen
God.
Rules, on Sunday. Remember a while back we filmed that?
Yes, I do remember that.
And it was an absolute debacle.
Yes,
where you and I basically lost the plot and laughed away right through the whole shoot. Well, that's come back to haunt us.
Yeah, well,
That's-
look.
it's on TV on Sunday.
And you're absolutely right. And hand on heart when we say this, it was a debacle from our point of
Yeah.
view. It was an absolute debacle. And poor old Pete, Manu was fine, but Pete,
Wasn't happy, was he?
he wasn't a happy man with
He
us.
hates us.
Yeah, well, I got the impression he hated us a great deal.
But on that note, Online Web Joe has put up on the Bhuja Facebook page and the Haraki page a small clip of you and I on that show during the filming. It's not a bad. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm just remember I explained my issue with food.
Yes,
because we're there to taste the food of the winners, of course, of the contestants.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was just trying to explain to the judges that as far as food goes, I had a bit of an accident where I accidentally had a skydiving accident where I fell through some electric power lines and got electrocuted, and part of my brain that can taste food was deleted, and I could only,
sort of burnt out.
yeah,
really,
burnt
wasn't
out
it?
that the food tasting aspect. So all I could do now, and which is it's only just started coming back, is actually feel textures of food. Which I'm not quite. They look like they were amused at the time, but as you remember from the day, they kind of weren't really.
No, they weren't really very amused by the fact that you were there as a judge. And
I'm
you had
actually
no
starting to
taste
wonder,
buds.
looking at that clip, but they've actually changed the reactions from them to another part because.
Yeah.
And the day they didn't seem so.
Well,
amused.
you know how it got for me with the feta cheese.
Yeah, apparently that scene's in there as well.
Oh, I hope not.
No, apparently Joe said it is.
What about the coffin?
That was in there too, wasn't it?
No, yeah,
Oh, I don't think that made it.
That's a shame.
Seriously, the feta cheese is in there.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Oh, God.
Which is good.
So when's the show on?
It's on Sunday. I'm not trying to do a promo for it, but we might as well. It's on.
Oh no, let's
You
not.
can't-
Don't do that. Do something.
So what,
with your
Sunday
family on
night,
Sunday.
TVNZ 2?
No, Matt.
I'll do some Googling.
We'll find that. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, if you want to go to the Bhuja Facebook page, you can see the clip.
Seriously,
that
the
we're talking
feta cheese things in there.
about. That's what Joe said.
Oh.
It's also on the Radio Hauraki Instagram page if you're keen to see.
Yeah.
My Kitchen Rules. What time is it?
Here's the Rolling Stones.
Bhuja with Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, and Lobo de Noche, the Night Wolf, on Radio Hauraki.
Sympathy for the Devil there, the Rolling Stones on Radio Hauraki Wednesday afternoon. Well done to Callum, by the way, for winning a $100 KFC voucher. That was a turn-up, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Not
What?
like that's never happened before.
Just to confirm, 7:30 Sunday night.
No, Matt.
TVNZ 2, MKR, Lee and Jace.
Right. Okay.
7:30.
Might tune in for
My Sky.
for that.
You know where you're sitting at a table with a lot of people that you don't know,
Yep.
and you and your mate are finding something hysterically funny,
Really in joke.
a really in joke, and no one else finds it funny. And you are literally in hysterical laughter whilst the rest of the table stares at you going, what the is going on?
What are they on?
Oh, yes, what are
What
you
do they
on?
have before they've come in here?
Yeah.
It's like Cheech and Chong were doing MKR.
What did you have?
Nothing that I can recall.
No, nothing at all. But I tell you what it was. It's that formulaic kind of scenario that my inner instinct fights against.
So you're supposed to give very serious,
Yeah.
earnest answers.
Oh, look.
What did you think of the salmon dish?
Well, you know, in all honesty, I am quite passionate about food. I enjoy food. But, you know, I'm not a food judge.
No.
And you know what really gets my goat? Can you please?
Oh, hold on.
People, when they're not food judges, right, and they go to these things, they get delivered their food and they hold it up and sniff it. Oh, I mean, please, get over yourself.
And all of a sudden, you're using terminology you never used before.
Yeah.
Eat the damn meal.
Just eat
What do
it.
you normally do?
You know, lifting the plate up and having a sniff. Come on.
Who was doing that? Can
I'm
you tell
not
us?
going to tell you who was doing that,
Bet I
but
can
I mean,
guess.
really?
Bet I can guess.
We certainly weren't pretending to be something we weren't that day.
Well, what I can say, Lee, in our defence is we were true to ourselves.
That's for sure.
And, oh boy.
I'm surprised we made the episode at all, to be honest.
yeah.
But it'll be good. It's a great show. It'll be good.
It is a great
We made-
show,
we
actually.
made the cut.
I'm a big fan of My Kitchen Rules. Like watching people cooking.
God, you're all over the TV lately. I saw you on Family Feud the other day.
That was done a while ago too. Funny, people think you're really busy, but everything just happens to be on at once. And it haven't actually worked for a year. But
Well, that's all going to change the end of this year, isn't it? Boy, there's going to be
Tell me
some brand new shows coming out. Theoretically. Possibly.
vote
Maybe
New
not.
Zealand. What do you want to see? Another series of Screaming Reels? Another Late Night Big Breakfast? A Moon TV? Or something different?
We had the idea of the travel show when we were in Fiji.
Travel Mania?
Travel Mania.
Or Travel Mania?
Travel.
Yeah, or, of course, you know, what was it called? Your overseas stuff.
Oh, Mysterious Planet.
Mysterious Planet, of course. That's always an option as well.
Bougie
Hey,
TV.
Plenty more coming up after 6, so make sure you stay tuned, why don't you? Thanks, mate.
Bhuja with KFC. Feed the Becks with KFC catering from $4 per person. The Matt and Jerry Show.
I was at a bar last night, Jerry, and suddenly everyone's phone started beeping. We're talking 200 people at the, what bar was it? It was
Family.
Park. What?
Family. Some kind of grinder alert that went off at Family Bar.
Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells for breakfast. Weekdays at 6 and 24/7 on iHeartRadio. Bhuja. Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, and Lobo de Noche. This is Bhuja on Hauraki.
Yeah, sure is. Welcome back. Geez, summer's distracting, isn't it?
Are you talking about all those summer dresses worn by young ladies walking past the windows,
no, Matt, that's what you were saying off here, but no, I find it a very distracting time of the year. And you
and
two,
what
it's
fe-
like, I mean, I'm forever trying to get you guys to look back at me all the time. You're peering out the window there.
If
it's
not-
like, focus, gentlemen.
If not the summer dresses for you, then what?
Oh, just the new vegetation coming into, and stuff. All that sort of barbecues, that sort of thing.
Concrete courtyard,
isn't it?
around here?
Sure is. Speaking of which, actually, I poisoned my lawn. I've got a big back lawn. It's full of grass. This weather, it just grows so quick, and I just can't be asked anymore, so I just poisoned it. What I'm going to do, Lee, is get
Concrete over it.
No, I'm going to do what you've done and get some artificial grass.
Yeah.
And it just seems so much more practical. It looks great, it feels great, and I don't have to bloody mow it every second day.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So I poisoned it all, and then I'll dig it all up, lay some artificial turf down there.
Yeah, good on you.
The only issue that I have is that my dog does poos on the lawn. Is it a problem with artificial turf?
Well, as you know, I've got two sections. So once Benny passes on to the other side, I will I'll do the rest in artificial as well, because at the moment he still does it on the grass, natural style.
Right, okay.
Apparently, if you hate your neighbour, you put weed killer in an ice tray and then freeze it and then throw it over the fence, and then there just gets patches of dead grass. Actually, you told me
a
that.
top tip.
Wow, not really. Wow, just an FYI.
Matt, look, I don't know.
I mean, that would be a bit dangerous, though. Someone comes along, you've had a big night, and, you get your vodka out and you crack the ice there, chuck that in there, you'd be hell to pay,
Can
man.
I just make a comment here? Look, you've been doing the show for a while now, which is great, and you would have noticed the top tip segment, a huge part of the show.
Oh, yeah, massive.
We've
got one coming up.
Jay's and I have been doing that for many years now. I'm not going to say that all of them are genius. Most of them are. But they're all pretty feel good. How to, you got a bit of foil.
Yeah, fair point.
How do you use that foil?
Yeah.
How do you stop a ranch slider squeaking?
Glad wrap.
Can you use a ranch slider to dice carrots?
Saving time.
This kind of thing. What you just did, a top tip, I'll grant you that. But it's a little bit dark.
Yeah, can we do a new segment called Dark Tip?
It's not the kind of show, I just don't feel comfortable.
Dark tips.
Or dark
I
tip.
don't feel comfortable with top tips that are...
Well, I think the whole idea of a top tip is that it's useful to human beings, but in a positive way. And that's what
Yeah.
you're saying. Poisoning your neighbour's lawn, Matt, is hardly what we want to be condoning, putting out there on public radio.
Well, if anyone does it, then this is obviously a productive tip. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's down to personal opinion whether it's a good thing. Maybe your neighbour's an asshole.
What if they have a dog that eats that?
Yeah, Matt. Or a cat.
Maybe the cat's an asshole.
Yeah, see, this is where you get...
They come home and their pussy's dead.
And it might look like we just make up these top tips off the top of our head sometimes.
I'm not saying
we
put
don't.
the ice there.
We think them through. We think it through. Is this a good positive tip for society? Is it going to work? Is someone going to get burnt during the top tip? And if you can tick all those boxes and say, no, it's good, then you run with it. That one, I'm just not sure about.
Yeah, no. In fact, what I'm going to do after this voice break is get Tom to take your tip out.
Formally retract the tip.
Take the tip out,
I
Tom.
never said it was a
It's
tip.
too late for the people that have already heard it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
It's certainly not going to be going on the best of.
No, it certainly won't be.
Is it so?
Speaking of the
I think
best
it is.
of...
He just nodded.
Speaking of the best of... Here's Green Day.
My top tip can't be as negative as this song, surely.
You do that.
Green Day there on Radio Hodaki.
At least it's short and sweet.
Yeah, well, that's true. It really picked me up, that song. Always does. Always
Yep.
does, Green Day. How's your diets going, by the way, Lee? Are you doing on any diet at the moment? I'm doing the colour diet. Don't know if you've heard that one. Basically, where you just eat a certain colour for a
cupboard?
day. No,
Or-
a colour.
Oh, okay.
A colour diet,
I
like
thought you meant
red.
you just eat out of a certain cupboard.
No, today is like well, that could be a good diet as well. I'm doing the red diet, so everything red.
So you can,
tomatoes, things like that.
So if you bought a pack of M&Ms, you'd eat all the red ones.
Well, indeed. But you just go by colour by day, and you restrict your food to the colours, because they say actually that the best food you can eat is vibrant in colour. Your reds, your oranges,
That's
your
right, but
yellows.
the problem with diets, as you well know, Jace, you start manipulating them to work for yourself. Like, do you have a red steak? Now, I mean, it's juicy red blood I'll have that. I can have that now as well. Doesn't take long before you're eating everything again.
Yeah, that's
this,
true.
This cheese came in red waxy, wax.
Waxy, so therefore I can eat it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, there is a tendency on any kind of diet to sort of cheat and take it to the outer extremes.
Ooh,
but I'm trying to
burger
be.
rings. They're in a red packet.
Well, yeah, I do eat. When I'm on the orange day, I'll be eating burger rings.
Are they an orange packet?
Yeah.
A red packet, aren't they?
No, burger rings themselves are orange.
Yeah, but the packet, that's what I'm saying.
No, the packet's orange.
It's like a maroon.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
How about those Doritos or CCs or something used to be in a red packet?
Oh, yeah, some of the Doritos are in a red packet.
What I'm trying to say is you'll find a way to eat everything you want eventually.
Well, the idea is that you eat the food itself, the colour that it is, as the colour, as opposed to the packaging that it comes in, because then that would render any kind of colouring diet stupid.
Red cod?
Well, no, because red cod technically isn't really that red.
Yeah, but in the name it is.
Yeah, well, once again, I mean, having said that, red cod's probably a healthy thing for you to eat, yes.
Yep.
But you're not doing any diets at the moment?
No, I'm just trying to swing back
summer?
into some, it's pretty hard on a vacation like Fiji there, where you're eating at a resort every day to stick. I mean, there was a gym there I went to most days, but...
Did he, Matt?
Well, yeah, but you were drinking those frozen mojitos in there. You weren't actually gymming.
I was actually in there trying to get the guy that ran the gym also ran the sort of the bar outside, and I was trying to get an ice bucket from him to get some ice to take back to the room.
And the only way to keep your frozen mojito frozen was the quite heavy aircon in the gym.
It's a long story, but I went there a couple of times. No, but it's hard. You go. Let's face it. When you go overseas or on holiday, if you can call it that, you're out of routine. So you're best just to go with it. You're best just to enjoy yourself. Come back and get back disciplined again.
Right. Okay.
So watch this space here.
Well, as I was saying, Matty, is usually in pretty good shape. He came back pretty chunky from that Fiji trip.
Sloppy rig.
He came back pretty chunky.
But to be fair, I was just dragging a chair up to the buffet, just going for gold.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Around me.
Can I ask you, in terms of the buffet, what are you going for first?
I just went for your stock standard, your scrambled eggs, your baked beans.
The breakfast buffet.
Your breakfast buffet. I'm talking dinner buffet.
We had a barbecue dinner buffet one night, didn't we?
I always go for the seafood straight away. The prawns, the mussels, the oysters.
I went everything. There was sausage, steak, fish, chicken, seafood.
You just chucked it all in there.
Yeah, go for gold. Protein.
Hey, how do you feel about a Radiohead?
Yeah, if it wasn't this song, it'd be right. But
Karma Police.
Yeah.
Good-o.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hodaki.
Radio here there on Radio Hodaki Wednesday afternoon. Those keyboards that you talked about at the beginning of the show, Lee Hart, that you had to sell. Someone's very keen on buying the lot. He asked the question, what letter was missing?
W.
On all of them?
Yes, on all of them, yeah.
Okay. And were they from the Arena wreck, were they?
No, these weren't. So that they've got no water damage at all. They're fully functional.
Right.
Ready to go. Just plug them straight on in.
Just no
You're
W.
just going to have to choose words if you're writing a sentence. When do you want to meet up? You've just got to drop the W and go, let's meet up.
Right. Okay, so
you just got to keep it,
reconfigure how you write something.
And it's good for your brain to do that.
Is there any reason why the W's are missing from these particular computer?
I just think the guys, when they built this particular model, it was a prototype.
So it's a design fault. It's not something that's coming along and taking off the...
No. From the factory, it was never on there.
Right, okay. These weren't the same computers that your brother was building, was it? Were they?
No. These have come from... These are the same people that do the Rolex watches, which is ironic.
Yeah,
because there's no W on these.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same people that make the Rolex watches, they've made these computer keyboards without the W
on it. Yeah,
that is ironic.
That is kind of ironic.
What's the name of this company?
Titcherman, or well, it should be written on the back here.
Yeah. Oh, Titcherman.
No, Digiman.
Oh, Digiman. Okay, and how many of those have you got? Because this guy's keen to take...
I've got about 40.
And you're willing to do some sort of wholesale kind of bargain scenario since he's going to take all of them? 40?
If he's going to take the whole lot, is he?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Lease or buy? He wants to buy them?
No, he wants to buy them outright. 40, what are they, Digiman?
Probably do that for $1,500.
What does a keyboard normally set you back?
Well, I don't know, but...
That seems a bit excessive to me.
Especially if you don't have the W.
Yeah.
$1,000 then? Maybe $1,000 for the whole lot?
$1,000 for 40 keyboards without the W from Digiman.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get back to him and... well, actually, Tom, can you do that? Thanks, mate. say $1,000 and Lee will organise freight.
Delivery, yeah. And we'll drop them off too.
Good stuff.
Is that free delivery?
Free delivery, yeah.
Here's 21 Pilots.
It's amazing you can write without that letter. It's amazing what you can still write.
No, yeah, totally.
Daily Bhuja. It's on till 7 p.m. Then Matt's on his own late at night on Radio Hauraki.
Faith No More there. I'm just looking at the log, Lee, and it says Lee Slice O Life. Are you au fait with that, or is that something that someone else has put in? I don't know if it's a regular feature on a late Wednesday show or not, but it definitely says Lee Slice O Life. Have you got a Slice O Life? You don't feel just because it's in the log that you have to have a Slice O Life.
I just feel that if it's in the log, I feel I should be doing it, that's all.
I wonder if this is one of those scenarios where you had a Slice O Life last night when you were in bed and you wrote it in the log, and then you've woken up today and gone, I can't remember what that Slice of Life is.
I talked about the lava lamp catching the bed on fire, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, because you were
Show,
wearing
yeah.
the head.
Don't think that was it.
No.
Ooh.
What does au fait mean? Or is that...
Okay. Are you okay with it?
Well, you say okay.
Good point.
Because radio is all about words, Matt. And, you know, the more words you can throw out there, the better.
I'm just saying, if there's a word that means okay that sounds exactly like okay, why would they make another one with an F?
Well, where do you think okay came from? It's short for au fait.
I wasn't around when that...
Actually, okay is actually all correct.
Yeah, okay is actually au fait with something is, are you familiar with it? Are you down with it, if you like, in the common vernacular? Are you down with this idea?
I wish I did not ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. But am I au fait with doing a Slice of Life? Probably not at this point.
So we'll just take it off the...
You just delete it, or can you just re-log it into tomorrow's show?
Sure.
Just shuffle it forward a bit.
You're au fait with that?
I'm au fait with that.
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I see Breakfast were giving away tickets to that this morning. Why don't we get any tickets to give away? No, apparently not. Maddie, why do we not have tickets? Do you have tickets in your show?
I don't know, man. I just work here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We do have some Rolling Stone tickets to give away. These are from 1994 concert, Steel Wheels, I think. They're framed. They're the stubs, used from the ticket.
So
from the gig, so they're
more memorabilia.
Yeah, man cave kind of stuff.
Memorabilia.
Where was that gig?
Well, it was a world tour. That particular gig was Wembley that I've got tickets from.
Oh, it wasn't New Zealand.
So are you selling those, or are you giving them away?
I'd probably sell them.
Okay, how much you want for those?
I'd like to start at $1,500 if I could.
Okay.
There's a pair of them.
And you were at that concert?
Is that a buy now, $1,500?
No, I wasn't.
Or is that a starting point?
Look, I'll come down a little bit on that.
Yeah, okay.
I'd probably take $100 for it. But I'd really, if I could, I'd like to get the $1,500 if I could. So...
Fair enough, mate. Hey, listen, don't forget this Friday, of course, the last show for us, Lee Hart, and sometime we'll be doing the Free For All Friday.
Do they not renew you?
The Christmas special. I hope they don't. So it'll be the Christmas special on Friday. All kinds of madness and mayhem and Christmas cheer and
plenty of guests.
frivolity.
Who are we talking about here, Matt?
We're talking Marlon Williams.
Yeah, nice.
We're talking Mel Parsons.
Mel's always turns up for these.
Simon Gould.
You want to chuck Simon Gould in there?
There
you
you
go.
go.
You can give us some Christmas recipes.
Yeah, that'll be a great idea. Simon Gould, yeah, great. Anyone else?
Yes.
And also, if you want to get involved,
Frank Turner,
nice.
Yep.
Go to our Facebook page, say what you want to do. If you want to come to the party, and let Tom know, and he'll get in touch with you.
Or just
Tom loves that.
Rock up to 2 Graham Street. It's a glass studio. Knock on the window.
Yeah, come on in.
Say, I want to be part of the Free For All Friday, for goodness sakes.
And it'll be live streamed, of course, on Facebook again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Great time.
Brilliant.
Great time.
There you go. Hey. You're going to be doing KFC tonight, I can tell. You are, aren't you?
Maybe just a little.
just before the main meal, maybe.
As you know, I've got on my phone. I've got a photo of the
menu,
the drive-through menu, so I can. The good thing about that, I can pre-order, make my mind up.
Yeah.
Then when I get there through the drive-through, I'm not
panic purchasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, good idea. That's bloody top tip, actually. Very good one, Maddie. What's coming up on your show, mate?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bloody good one. Plenty of prizes, chat, informative.
Who are you chatting to?
Informative things. People, callers, prizes,
like guests and stuff.
You
maybe
got some guests on your show.
Nah,
people
not
coming
sort of-
in, kind of thing.
Well, possibly.
Really?
There's a quiz happening over in the sort of iHeart Lounge.
Oh, so you'll be sort of going between the two?
Well, they've got pizza.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, so when songs are on, I might go get some of that. Other than that, it's going to be a bloody top-notch show, not too dissimilar to Bhuja in general.
Brilliant, mate.
Did I tread water enough? Well,
Yeah, no, that was good.
Cool.
That was good.
Cool.
Hey, New Zealand, I tell you what, it's been great having your company this Wednesday afternoon. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So take it easy out there.
Yeah, just add to that. It's been great having your company, but how about your sponsorship as well? New Zealand, get involved, get behind the show. You know, if you want to sponsor or be part of the show, just get in touch with the network here and you can be a part of it, a shareholder, if you like, in what we affectionately call the Bhuja Drive Show.
Yeah, nice. Hey, from Lee, myself, and the Night Wolf, take care out there. Until tomorrow, Bhuja to you.
So do you essentially just want people to send cash in?
Yeah, pretty much.
If they want to do that's easy, but if they want to sort of, we can promote some half-assed stuff they may have, we'll do that. That transaction takes place then.
Well, if it is half-assed, we'll make it not half-assed.
Well, if they send free stuff in, we could pose for photos on the Bhuja Instagram.
We've said it 1,000 times. If you want to send free stuff in here, we'll hawk it for you.
Could be influencers.
We'll hawk it.
Bloody oath we will. Bloody oath we will.
Bloody oath.
It's an open smile on a friendly shore.